Jeff's Superscript is brought to you by Black Cat Comics and Collectibles, in my opinion, the best comic shop and clubhouse on the internet. Follow them at Black Cat Burbank on Instagram and join their claim sales on Tuesdays for new books and Fridays for back issues. And don't forget to ask about joining their Stray Cats Club for special perks.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be doing a special video about some news in the comic book community that I just found out about this afternoon. Now, my Test Your Comic Book Grading Skills videos are absolutely some of my most popular content on this channel. And most of those videos involve submissions to CGC. So when CGC is making news, I feel like it's important to share it with all of you out there. And CGC sure did make news today when they announced, starting on April 28th, 1 week from the day that this video is being recorded right now, they are going to be completely restructuring their pricing and raising a lot of their prices. Basically, what's happened is twofold. Supply and demand, first and foremost. The demand for CGC's services is increasing and increasing. And when that happens, what happens? So do the prices. The prices increase as well. So this is basic business economics 101. As the demand increases, so will the prices. So that's one of the reasons why CGC is making these changes. Another one is that people have been complaining about CGC's turnaround times for a long time now. And frankly, CGC's turnaround times and also CCS Pressing, their turnaround times as well, are very long. But people complain and they complain and they complain. So CGC listened. And what did they do? They bought a $1 million building and expanded into it. They hired 70 new employees. The goal is to have more people, have more space, be able to process more books more quickly. That's great, right? That's what everybody wanted, right? Well, who's going to pay for that? You and me, not CGC. So essentially, these price increases reflect our payment to CGC in order for them to improve their turnaround times for our benefit. Is that such a bad thing? No. I'd say it's not such a bad thing. It's pretty understandable. But what I will say is that if CGC doesn't succeed at this, if things don't get better, and even worse, if things get even worse for CGC, if they make even more mistakes and have even more problems, it's really going to hurt CGC's business. So we'll see what the future holds, but for now, we have to process all of this new information. So I'm going to go over all of it with you right now to the best of my abilities. First off, let's talk about how it is affecting the membership structure. These changes are not too significant. All the fees are exactly the same. All of the benefits, for the most part, are the same, but let me point out some things that are different, and I'm going to do a little side-by-side showing of how the breakdown of services worked before and how they work now. First, under the free membership, you'll see that there's still full access to online resources like there is in every other tier of membership. But one thing you'll notice is that the select submission privileges section off of the free membership is now missing. Now that's interesting. I don't know if that's a mistake or if that's telling us something. If it's telling us something, it's telling us that those people who want to submit to Signature Series special events at CGC are now going to need a paid membership to CGC in order to do so. That select submission privileges for free membership basically only applied to submitting to Signature Series special events. So whether or not that's officially gone for free members, we'll have to get clarification on that. But according to these charts, it sure does look like it is gone. Also, everything else is basically the same with the full submission privileges of the other 3 tiers, the free grader notes for your comic book submissions if available for the other 3 tiers, the same free $15 shipping kit voucher or $20 shipping kit voucher for the various memberships. Something that's new here is a 10% off at the CCG store. But what's interesting about that is that right now, all they've got in the store are shipping kits and window bags for window bags for signatures. That's it. So 10% at that store, I don't think you're going to be using very often and is not very valuable. The next thing I want to point out to you is that there is going to be a lot of changes to the discounts that came with each membership tier. This is significant. The associate tier used to come with a 5% discount off of grading fees. That is now gone, completely gone. The premium membership used to have a 10% discount off of grading fees. That is now completely gone as well. And for the elite membership, the discount used to be 15%. Now it is only 10%. And then, of course, the elite membership still comes with exclusive offers and benefits. It's always been unclear exactly what that means. So now we have the question of, which tier is the right tier for you if you are going to be submitting. The free tier, I don't know what the point of it is unless you just want to be able to check the census, I guess. The associate tier, it's only going to have benefit if you are going to be submitting 6 or less modern books per year. And you're going to be paying $25 for the privilege, and you're not going to see any of that money back. At the premium tier, you're going to spend $149. You're going to get $150 credit, so you actually kind of make $1 out the gate. But you are essentially committing to submitting at least 7 modern books per year. That might not be a big deal for some people, but considering the fact that the 10% discount has been removed from this tier is no joke, especially for those people who submit a lot of books every year. We'll get into that more in a moment. And the minus 5% is going to be a big deal for those big vendors that are sending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books and are members of the elite tier. That 5% less discount for the elite tier is really going to add up. With the $2.20 discount that elite memberships will be getting off of the $22 fee for the modern tier, you would have to submit over 69 books per year in order to make up the price differential between the premium and elite tier memberships. Let's go ahead and move forward and look specifically at some other changes. 1, there is no more crossover service. That is going away completely. Previously, if you had a PGX slab or a CBCS slab, you could send that slabbed comic book to CGC and they would take it out, regrade it for you, and put it in a CGC slab and send it back out to you. They are at a 50% discount off of the grading service. They are not going to be doing that anymore. If you want to send your CBCS slab to CGC, they'll grade it for you, but they are going to charge you 100% of the normal grading costs. Also, in addition, over at CCS, there is no more quick press. There used to be, if you submitted at a minimum of 15 books to CCS for pressing, you could get a quick press service that was $8 per book instead of $12 per book. CCS has determined that there isn't enough of a difference as far as they're concerned in the between a quick press and a normal press, no surprise to anybody. So now they're just going to charge everybody the full pressing costs, and we're going to get into those in just a moment. Also, they are making some adjustments to return shipping costs, specifically those coming from FedEx, and UPS. There's a whole big chart for it. I don't know what the previous numbers are, so I can't really give you a comparison to where it was and where it's going, but suffice it to say, it's probably a little more expensive. So let's go over now the pricing changes to grading comic books. First, let's take a look at the modern tier, which represents books that were published from 1975 to present. The first thing that's interesting about this is that the maximum value of the book has been increased from $200 to $400. That means a lot more books are going to fall into the modern tier section. You know, everything basically after 1975 that's worth less than $400 is falling into the modern tier. Mostly people would submit their books and they would say, my book's worth $200 to get to the top of that tier to get the most value out of the insurance. People are not going to necessarily be saying that their book that might be worth $100 raw is worth $400, because you're going to pay a lot more in insurance costs when those books are shipped back to you. Keep that in mind. But it is going to open up the criteria a lot for modern books. They've raised the price of grading 10%, from $20 to $22. It's only $2 more, you say. That's not that big of a deal, you say. Well, most people were under the premium membership previously, and they were getting 10% off of that $20, so they were paying $18. So for them, people like me, it's an additional $4 per book. That also, you might say, a lot of people might say, that's no big deal. $4 is no big deal. What are you complaining about? Well, if you submit 25 books, that's an extra $100. If you submit 50 books, that's an extra $200. If you're submitting a lot of books, that extra $4 per book really starts to add up. And we'll see, just something to keep in mind as we go through these prices. I won't keep pointing it out specifically, but keep in mind that originally, people in the premium tier got 10% off of all of these services. They're not getting that. So it's not just about the base price increases, it's about the price increase, but also factoring in the lack of that discount that they were getting before, now making that the total price increase actually more for each tier. The next thing to point out is that the value tier is now gone. Previously, all books pre-1975 that were worth less than $400 fell into the value tier. Well, that tier is completely gone and is being basically absorbed into the economy tier. But what it means is for all books pre-1975, they all saw a rate increase. Now in the value tier, a book will cost you $6 more to grade. Previously it was $27, now it is $33. That is an increase of 22%. However, if you're one of the few people who were in the economy tier, which was basically a book that was worth less than $400, then, you know, that between $200 and $400, then you are going to see an actual price decrease, the only one on this list, of 13%. It's going to be previously economy tier cost $38, now it's going to cost $33. So if you fell right into that zone between $200 and $400 for the value of your book, well, you're going to see a little bit of a price decrease. In addition, standard tier is going to see a 15% increase from $65 to $75, an increase of $10. And the express tier is going to see an increase of 20%, going from $100 to $120, an increase of $20. And the walkthrough tier will be seeing no change. As far as pressing is concerned, we kind of see similar increases. For the modern tier, 1975 to present, we are now going to be going from $12 to press a book to $15 to press a book, an increase of $3 or 25%. The value tier is gone once again. If you had a book in the value tier, any book pre-1975, you are going to be paying more just along with everybody else. But the economy tier is going to see a decrease. The value tier is going from $25 to $30, and then a minus 25% for the economy tier, going from $40 to $30. Then we have the standard tier, which is increasing 17% to $70 from $60, an increase of $10. And then we have the express tier, increasing 18% from $85 to $100, an increase of $15. So that is basically all of the information. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to process. I went through it quickly. If you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to, if I know the answer it right away. If I don't know the answer, I will look it up for you. Let me know your question down in the comments. One thing I will clarify on, a lot of people are confused because CGC, in all this information, they're saying that the screening service is going away for modern books. And a lot of people are taking that to mean the pre-screen service, 9.8, 9.6, whatever value you choose, the pre-screen service for CGC is going away for modern books. But my research is telling me that it's the screening service for CCS that is going away. The screening service that they do to determine whether or not they can remove restoration, or if it'll benefit from a press. The CCS pressing screening service for modern books is what's going away. And it appears to me that the pre-screen service for CGC is remaining. Like I said, there's some confusion on this in some of the Facebook chats that I've been reading, but my research clearly shows that pre-screening for CGC is still going to be around. So anyways, like I said, let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. I'll let you know on any answers that I have for you. It's a lot, And like I said at the beginning of the video, what I'll say is I don't like it. I don't want to spend $4 more per book on grading services. Yeah, $4 isn't a lot, but it adds up as you do this. And people who are getting their books graded get more than 1 or 2 or 3 books graded. They're going to get more and more books, and it's going to get more and more expensive as it goes. But that being said, I understand why CGC is doing it. Once again, the demand is so high, of course they're going to raise the prices. In addition, they're going to expand their business. Those new employees need to get paid, and the only way they're going to pay them is if they raise the prices of the services that they offer. So it all makes sense. We might not be happy about it, but it makes sense. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you appreciate this video and the content that I've provided, likes are obviously appreciated by me. Also, if this is the first one of my videos that you're watching, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I would invite you to hit the subscribe guy, but make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're informed about random videos that I put out from time to time, just like this one. Thank you again for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.